Hello everyone, my name is WillX29 and welcome back to another horror story anime. Now this story we're doing is called The Woman on the Bus. And hey guys, look. We got a new thing. I can actually do a face cam. Hold on, let's enlarge the screen so you guys can actually see my face. Okay, that's good. Alright, let's get into it. The Woman on the Bus.
This happened when I was on my way to my grandmother's house.
Okay.
On that day, I tried to catch the jeepney because the other buses were already full at 12 a.m. I finally found a jeepney, and there were only a few people inside. There was a driver, a money collector who was hanging onto the outside of the vehicle, 2 girls, a few guys, and an old woman. We were on the road when we passed by a mental hospital.
I don't like the sound of this.
Then a lady with a hospital gown on was standing there, pointing her finger out, which...
See guys, some word of advice. If you guys ever see something creepy like that, run for your lives.
Meant she wanted a ride.
Heck nah,
she was bald and her face was pale white.
Yep.
The jeepney stopped next to her, and the inside of the car went silent. The streets were covered in fog and darkness, and the light of the jeepney was the only light source. At the time, I was texting my grandma and said that I was going to be late while glancing at the lady. However, before she stepped on the stairs of the jeepney, the driver abruptly jammed the accelerator and left her behind. I was confused. It seemed like everyone was too. When we looked over at the driver, he seemed to be so scared, but we didn't know the reason why. I asked him why he left the lady behind, and he replied with a trembling voice. He said, "She's not just a lady, ma'am." At that point, the driver looked at the rearview mirror, shut his mouth, and then increased the speed. When I followed his eyes towards the mirror, I saw it.
Oh, heck
nah! The lady was running towards the jeepney with a weird pose and an abnormal speed. She was so fast that I couldn't see her face clearly. But her dress was visible. It was covered with blood.
Guys, I gotta say something. That is not a woman. If you guys remember that scene from The Exorcist where that girl was walking backwards downstairs. Heck nah.
The collector, who was hanging outside, jumped inside and then yelled to the driver. "Faster! She's getting closer!" People inside of the jeepney were getting scared.
See, why did they not throw nothing at her?
And out of nowhere, saw the lady jump on the vehicle. She then slowly hung onto the door of the jeepney, and finally, she lifted her face. She had bruises all over her face, and she was smiling at us with sharp teeth and big, deep black eyes. My heart almost stopped.
Got her shadow.
And everybody in the jeepney screamed. I quickly hit her with my bag, and she tumbled down from the jeepney. However, the moment she got...
Yo, I'm sorry. The way how she just hit her with her handbag, she's like... And the girl went... like a rag doll.
Got off. I saw her standing. She looked at me and then laughed like a demon. Not long after, the jeepney finally reached the station. Everyone hurried off the car. I got off and handed my payment to the guy. Then I went to the 7-Eleven nearby and bought some snacks to ease my nerves. I was at the counter thinking about what just happened. And then the cashier suddenly asked me, "Are you okay?"
Does it look like I'm okay?
I'm fine. I'll just say that I saw a crazy lady on the road when we were riding on the jeepney. I said, and then I couldn't believe his response. "I know her. She had cancer, and the moment she lost all of her hair, she went
lost her
crazy,
sanity.
laughing all the time, hurting herself, and even threatening to kill people. That's why her family eventually moved her out to the mental hospital.
Yep.
But after a week, she tried to escape, got hit by a jeepney, and died.
That looks like the driver that hit
I
her.
was shocked, and goosebumps were all over my body. I asked the cashier if he still remembered the plate number of the jeepney. Well, for my privacy, I'm not going to mention the number. But after he told me, I thanked him, got my change, and looked for the jeepney I was on.
No, man.
The moment I found the jeepney again, I froze. The jeepney that I rode was the same one that hit and killed the lady.
Oh, there she is, ready to bite your face off. Ooh, man, that was scary. Well, I wouldn't say that's bad, but the worst part was she crawled. Lady was like... Next. Alright, guys, so the next one we're doing is called a McDonald's Night Shift True Horror Story. Oh my god.
This happened to me when I was working at McDonald's. My boss assigned a schedule amongst our staff.
Alright.
I was unfortunately scheduled for the night shift on Friday.
The worst.
I didn't usually mind as we didn't get a whole lot of business around this time of night.
Okay.
My boss was pretty laid back and didn't mind if I went on my phone during business hours.
Word?
So long as I got all my work done. I remember dozing off repeatedly due to the fact that I wasn't fully acclimated with the night shift hours. Psst. That's when I heard someone making a psst sound.
Guys, when you hear the word psst, run for your life.
The kind of sound you make when you try to draw someone's attention. I notice a customer trying to make an order outside, so I quickly greet them with my usual, "Hi, welcome to McDonald's. May I take your order?" I then heard a man say, "One Whopper, please." "Yes, I would like one Whopper, please."
Why does this sound like the
I
Joker?
couldn't tell if he was being a smartass
Comment down
or
if you
not,
think that
so
sounds
I
like
ended up
Joker.
saying, "This isn't Burger King, sir. We don't serve that here." I heard him chuckling profusely after I said that. I quickly checked the security camera, only to see a clown. The clown was standing in front of the drive-thru menu without a car. It's not Halloween. Why the hell is this guy dressed up like that?
Word?
I really didn't want to serve this guy, so I decided to use our company policy as a plausible excuse for him to exit the premises. "Hi, sir. Unfortunately, you need to be in a vehicle in order to purchase something here." "If you don't have a Whopper, I'll take a Baconator instead." I
Bruh,
now
this
could tell
ain't
this guy
Wendy's.
was some random psycho harassing me. I instinctively yell, "Get the hell out of here before I call the cops!" I cautiously stick my head out the window, only to see the clown no longer there. A couple hours
Nah, he
later,
there.
at the end of my shift, I notify my
there.
boss and fellow employees regarding the situation. They all dismiss my accusations by saying ignorant things like, "Did you get his autograph?" Or, "It was probably some guy that thought it was Halloween." I annoyingly pretend to be amused and head home. The following Friday, it was my time to work the night shift again.
Man, I hate you
I
guys.
really dreaded working this shift, especially after what transpired that day.
Don't we all?
I tried to convince myself that it would be highly unlikely that I encounter that clown again. As time went
Are
on,
you sure about that?
I remember dozing off as I get startled by another psst sound. I urgently check the security camera, but don't see anyone present. At this point, I genuinely thought I was hearing things due to my subconscious mind thinking about the clown. My paranoia must have been at the peak of its height. That's when I turn my head towards the drive-thru window, only to see the clown staring dead at me. "If you don't make me a Big Mac, I will kill you."
Okay, and I'll shoot you in your kneecaps.
My heart sank to my stomach. The clown knew my name. I immediately grabbed my cell phone to call the cops, but my hands were trembling so much that I actually wasn't capable of dialing anything. The clown started banging his head on the glass and screaming my name, Trevor, repeatedly. "Trevor, Trevor, Trevor, I am not loving it!" Trevor! I see blood dripping
Guys,
down from
I
his
have
head.
nothing
I
to
started
say about
shouting
this.
from the top of my lungs. Leave me alone!
Guys, you ever see anything like that, run for your lives. Get your pepper spray, taser, anything, and attack that man.
I will call the cops! The clown runs away as another car approaches the drive-through line. I stupidly resume work and wait for my boss to come in. Upon his arrival, I
Wow.
explain the entire situation to him. He then dismisses me by saying, "Don't sweat it, kid. It was probably some drunk. You can go home now."
Hey, what's that on his
As he was
head?
talking, I notice a cut on his forehead.
That's
I
weird.
could even see blood start to drip from it.
No,
No. It can't
no, it
be.
can't.
Goodbye,
It can't be.
Trevor. No.
Wow. Well. Okay, guys. Hope you enjoyed that. If you did, be sure to smash that like button, subscribe, and I will see you guys next time. Peace!